Y'all, I have one question. After watching WWE for the past few months, what was the point of the King of the Ring tournament? After trying to piece this story together, I come to one conclusion. Yeah, nothing matters anymore. Let's rewind. Before WrestleMania, Gunther blindsided Seth Rollins. Naturally, I assumed that this meant something. Gunther had a deal with Paul Heyman, who was the mouthpiece of the Vision. The obvious conclusion was that Heyman wanted Seth taken out so that he couldn't interfere with the Vision's plans. That makes sense. And what was Gunther's reward? A move to SmackDown and a WWE Championship opportunity. Everything was very simple, except for when Gunther finally got to SmackDown, he didn't even want the title shot. This guy was dragging his feet and nearly talked himself out of signing the contract. The dude had to wrestle Royce Keys just to become the #1 contender. Wait, why are we creating extra hurdles for a prize that you literally spent months trying to earn? It's like winning the lottery and then trying to tell the cashier, I'm not really sure if I want the money. And this is just the beginning of it all. It's your boy Benji. Welcome back to the box office. So with all this going on, WrestleMania got even weirder. Seth and Gunther wanted to determine who was a better wrestler between the two, and this worked perfectly if you're Paul Heyman, because Seth would now be distracted with Gunther and be far away from the Vision. Nope, because once these guys matched up at WrestleMania, the Vision interfered in the match anyways, which reignited Seth Rollins' feud with Braun Breaker. But if Seth was going to be tied up with Braun Breaker, why did Gunther attack him in the first place? We never also got a clear answer between who was the better wrestler between Gunther and Seth. That just got thrown under the rug so that Seth and Braun Breaker could battle. Also at WrestleMania, Cody Rhodes defeated Randy Orton in order to retain the WWE Championship, and Roman Reigns defeated CM Punk in order to win the Heavyweight Championship. CM Punk was devastated after the loss, but a few nights later he had a heartfelt conversation with Cody Rhodes, who, remember, had retained the title. Punk said something along the lines of, "You never know when a title opportunity will fall out of the sky." And then he disappeared for 3 months. He mentioned that he wanted a title shot, but he wants one to fall out of the sky? Remember that line. Also coming out of WrestleMania, WWE announced the King of the Ring tournament, which is awesome. We had a tournament that finally means something, at least historically, right? The winner earns a championship match at SummerSlam, which is perfect. And you can build multiple rivalries. You can create new stars. You can raise the stakes. Instead, Obafemi ended up defeating Jey Uso in the finals. I mean, congratulations. I mean, you're the King of the Ring, but now you possess one of the biggest opportunities in the WWE. At least that's what we thought, right? Meanwhile, Oba won a whole tournament. Gunther's on SmackDown now, and he's still losing, yet somehow keeps getting rewarded. His rivalry with Cody Rhodes continued to heat up, and he blamed Sami Zayn for costing him the championship. He accused the referees, the commentary team, the SmackDown general manager, basically everybody but himself. In order to even the playing field, Gunther demanded that Sami Zayn be a special referee because he can't trust the WWE refs. Yeah, bro, that's going to solve everything. The guy who is jealous of your success and wants Cody's title, sure. Sure. Instead, in the match, Gunther ends up powerbombing the referee, which is Sami Zayn. So Sami Zayn, of course, once he comes to, disqualifies him, which seems fair. But yet, somehow, these guys get another opportunity at the championship, but Sami Zayn is thrown into the mist. Wait a minute. Why? Because he got assaulted doing his job? It's not how title opportunities should work. What's even crazier, in this triple threat match at Night of Champions, Sami Zayn ended up winning the title by pinning Cody Rhodes in the triple threat match. Remember, at that same premium live event, Obafemi won the King of the Ring. Jey Uso lost. But even after the loss, Jey Uso was thrown into a #1 contenders match. We just established that he lost the tournament. And then Cody Rhodes, the guy who just lost the championship, was afforded the #1 contender match against Jey. So we got two losers in a championship title match. After both of them lost. Cody obviously beats Jay, and that earns him another title match. I want to keep score here. The guy who lost the title got the title shot. The guy who lost the tournament got a title shot. The guy who won the tournament, we're going to get to him in a second. So yeah, Obafemi, I want to remind you, is a rookie. He now has the greatest opportunity in his career. He's on such a crazy run right now. He won the King of the Ring tournament and can now challenge Sami Zayn or Roman Reigns for either one of the titles. He says, nah, I'd rather fight Brock Lesnar inside of a Hell in a Cell match. The title will always be there. Huh? So apparently you can just save your title shot for later now, which is funny because the Money in the Bank literally exists for that exact purpose. So I thought. And that event hasn't even happened yet. So who knows what type of tomfoolery we're going to see in a few months. But yeah, Oba put his title shot on hold because his beef with Brock Lesnar is more important than winning a world title. I think I've made plenty of videos talking about how the titles feel insignificant. The wrestlers do a great job of that in the story by making it seem as if the titles don't matter at all. At the very least, we did a bit of a story building up to Sami Zayn for years, losing and losing and losing. You can't win the big one, Sami. To finally get the championship. Oh yeah, but remember, there is now another person that holds a championship. Almost forgot about my OTC. Roman Reigns needs a challenger for SummerSlam since Oba's going to be doing his own thing. And of course, Sami Zayn's going to be fighting against Cody Rhodes. Who answers the call? Seth Rollins. Yes, this is the same Seth Rollins who lost in the first round of the King of the Ring tournament, who lost against GUNTHER, and who many months ago lost this championship. Seth is going to tell you he never lost it. At the end of the day, you were no longer the champion. You lost it. But you can make the argument you were never pinned or submitted. Anyways, back to the topic of losing. We come full circle. Remember Cody Rhodes had now earned another title match? So, yeah. Him and Sami Zayn face off. Sami Zayn is elated, ecstatic. He's got a championship belt. This has evaded him for his entire career. Cody Rhodes, you're going to have to work so hard to get the championship off of me. Gunther barges in and attacks Cody Rhodes, powerbombing him through a table and slamming his head through a car door. So now Cody Rhodes is unable to compete. Adam Pearce, the Raw general manager, needs a replacement. Who gets the opportunity? We're all waiting. Oh, guess what? It's CM Punk. The guy who hasn't wrestled in 3 months. The guy who literally vanished after WrestleMania. CM Punk ended up defeating Sami Zayn, which I want to remind you guys, only held the title for like 9 days. So CM Punk is our new WWE champion. Remember Punk saying, you never know when an opportunity will fall out of the sky? This one just fell out of the sky. He was notified a few minutes before the match by one of the general managers. He showed up in ring gear and won a championship. So I guess that line was not foreshadowing. It was WWE trying to explain their booking philosophy. This just leads me to ask more questions. Why did Sami Zayn even win the title? For a quick pop? He held it for 9 days. Did this future Punk versus Cody match need a title? Because that's obviously what we're going to lead to. I think we could have had a solid story and built something up rather than Cody Rhodes just chasing the championship that he always chases. That's the only way that I think people have found to become intrigued with Cody Rhodes. I think we just can put things on a pause. We can allow him to climb the ranks. Why does he keep getting thrusted back into championship opportunities? This was my beef with Rhea Ripley for quite some time. Is that even though she would lose a championship match, immediately she'd get thrown back into a championship match. If she wins a championship match, she would just get thrusted right to another championship match. That's all it was revolving around, the belts. And I understand that should be the prize. But why is it the same people getting the same opportunities? It becomes redundant. It becomes tomfoolery. And it feels like a slap in the face if you're somebody who's watching the stories week to week to week. Because, again, we're back at ground zero. The way I look at it, after months of television, Gunther's deal with Heyman didn't matter. Gunther attacking Seth didn't matter. The King of the Ring tournament didn't matter. Jey Uso losing the King of the Ring tournament didn't matter. Cody losing the title didn't matter. CM Punk disappearing didn't freaking matter. There was an entire tournament to determine who was going to get a title shot, and bro just said, yeah, I'm just going to show up when all that's finished. In WWE's current universe, title shots are not earned, they just happen. So if losing gets you title matches, winning gets you title matches, being injured gets you title matches, disappearing for 3 months gets you title matches, or if Femi just won a title opportunity and just said, I'm just going to worry about that later, what are we supposed to be invested in? Because from where I'm sitting, the King of the Ring wasn't even a launching pad for the next main event star. It was just several weeks of television designed to kill time until WWE decided to give CM Punk a title anyway. And look, I like CM Punk. Bro, please give me something compelling to watch. This is ridiculous. The WWE goes absolutely nowhere when Roman Reigns and CM Punk are not at the top of the cards. CM Punk has had some solid storylines since he came back to the WWE. And unfortunately for me, bro, since Cody Rhodes won the championship from Roman, I feel like there's been nothing for me to cling on to. I was extremely interested in that story. That's pretty much what brought me back into wrestling. But since holding the championship, I haven't seen any depth from Cody Rhodes. I haven't seen him attack from any new angles. And I haven't even gotten good matches from the guy. No good feuds. I did like the thing he had going on with Kevin Owens, though. Maybe CM Punk can revive this dude. Or maybe, nah, I'm not even going to act like we aren't going to get Cody Rhodes versus CM Punk. That's obviously where this is headed. But look, let me know if I'm tripping, bro, in the comments below. I feel like I'm being punished for watching this stuff. And look, we all enjoy wrestling, bro. But what is the point of tuning in if the stories are not getting payoff? If you aren't building anything? If you can just raise the magic wand and just whoop, Scooby-Doo that. And everything gets changed up. Y'all let me know in the comments below, bro. Appreciate y'all. Peace.